What's my favorite Christmas cocktail? Let's find out. What is going on, everybody? Nathan here with the Everyday Drinker, bringing you guys a brand new video. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Christmas, as am I, and I hope you guys have gotten everything that you have wanted for your Christmas. You got your new glasses, you've gotten your aged in ore travel set, you've gotten your bottles that you have wished for, and your wife or whoever got you whatever it is that you wanted for Christmas. But all of the gift opening and the food is done, and you want to sit down and relax and enjoy a nice cocktail. Now, what is my go-to cocktail in that situation? Eggnog. But not just regular eggnog, we're talking boozy eggnog. And well, if you can't make your own eggnog, this is a good option, right? You can go to the store, pick up a jug of the eggnog out of the refrigerated section and pour it in a glass. Pour it all in there. And you know what? And when you're doing it like this, you don't need any measurements. So you're just gonna take your bourbon, you're gonna pour a nice little topper on top, a little floater, right? And you know what? You mix it with your finger, because right at this point in the day, you just don't care. You don't have anything else in the world to worry about. So you mix it with your finger, because you're not a fancy bartender, right? And well, you lick your finger and you dig in. Cheers. And man, oh man, is that some good stuff, right? It's creamy, it's nutmeggy, it's cinnamony, it's got a little spice. You get a little kick from that booze, and it is absolutely delicious. But store-bought eggnog is not as good as homemade eggnog. Homemade eggnog is lighter, it's fluffier, it's airier, it's got a little bit more of a nicer, softer mouthfeel. You're not drinking it over ice, you're shaking it a little bit, you're incorporating a lot of air into the cocktail. And well, enough of the jibber jabber, enough of the talk about it. Let's go make that cocktail, right? I'll be right back. All right, so what are you going to need for your homemade eggnog? Well, let's get into the ingredients. It's simple as 4 ingredients. You are going to need your bourbon of choice. You are going to need heavy cream. You are going to need 1 whole egg, and then you're going to need a simple syrup. Me, I am using my simple syrup that has a little bit of brown sugar, star anise, clove, and cinnamon, and I think it's going to boost and amplify these flavors in this cocktail. So without further ado, let's get to making this cocktail. All right, so the first thing we are going to start off with is 2.5 ounces of our bourbon. Next up, you are going to need 3/4 ounce of your simple syrup. After your simple syrup, you're going to need 3/4 ounce of your heavy cream. And then you are going to crack your egg into your mixture. Make sure not to get any shells in there. Bada bing, bada boom. And your first step is to dry shake this for a little bit. What you're going to do is you are going to incorporate all of these components without diluting it down, and it's just going to get a nice frothiness on top of that before you add that water and that ice that's going to aerate and shake it like crazy. So add your top on there, and make sure you hold this down when you're shaking this down the first time for that dry shake, because the suction isn't as good when you don't have ice inside of your shaker tin. So we're going to shake this for about 10 seconds. All right, we are dry shaking, and our next step is to go ahead and add our ice. Don't have to shake this for too long. We're gonna do about 10 seconds. Next, you're gonna grab your nicely chilled coupe glass. Now pop your top. This is going to be double strained, so you're gonna grab your strainer, put it on top of your mixing glass, put your double strainer inside your glass, and pour. And that, my friends, is your homemade eggnog. So let's get into it and let's see how much better this is than your store-bought eggnog. Just pour over ice and add a little bit of whiskey too. Talk about light, but also incorporating this richness, this creaminess, this enjoyment factor that comes through on a homemade cocktail rather than buying something at the store. It looks like it's thick. It looks like it is a gelatinous experience, but I don't know a better homemade cocktail that you can buy from the store that is nowhere near as good and delicious as a cocktail like this that is made at home. Homemade eggnog is like nothing else. It is so, so good. If you don't use a simple syrup like I have that has all of those baking spices in it, you can definitely incorporate a little bit of shaved nutmeg or sprinkle some cinnamon dust on top of this. I personally don't think it needs any garnishing because of just how well balanced it is. But nonetheless, if you want to add a little bit of that spice in there, go for it. You can even add a little bit of vanilla extract. A couple of drops of vanilla extract in here will make this really, really nice. But that is light, it's creamy, it's velvety, it's so, so nice. And this is a definite must-make cocktail when you are all said and done, sitting down, watching that last football game of the evening, and the kids are, you know, getting all crazy, playing with their toys, and you just want to lay down and you just want to sit down at the couch. This right here is definitely one for the books. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you drop that like, leave a comment down below on your thoughts on eggnog, and well, if you're brand new, drop that subscribe, and I cannot wait for 2024. But again, this has been Nathan with the Everyday Drinker. Cheers.